The Falcon and the something stuck in my throat. Let me start that again. Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Episode 6, title One World, One People. And this episode is the final episode of this event series. Now, I know they mentioned this week that, there's a possibility that there might be a season 2 and all that kind of stuff, but it feels like the story of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is done, but not the story of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, if that makes sense. So, how was it? I found it was good. I found this final episode good. I don't want to be that guy who says, well, is it as good as WandaVision's finale? No. Actually, I really enjoy the WandaVision finale. I actually thought that was a really good final episode. But what I found with this episode is its first half felt like episode 3, where it's weird editing choices, where it's weird shaky cam. The show has kind of dived into the shaky cam, quick cut editing, like a Jason Bourne type, Paul Greengrass type of action. But this one felt like it was out of control. Like, there's an action scene between John Walker and the Flag Smashers, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, clearly he chucked the shield, and they're kicking him. Like, what are they? Like, I have no. It was pretty hard to follow. Plus his flip of, I'm going to kill the Flag Smashers, and what he was at the end of last episode, to, oh no, what I'm doing, I need to change, and and him going back. This felt really quick and very rushed into it. It did kind of felt very rushed for me when it came to John Walker's kind of redemption. But with everything for most of half of this episode, I found the climax to be a little bit lackluster. A little bit like, okay, this is fine, this is good. I mean, I really, one of the biggest things people were really looking forward to, including me, was seeing, Sam Wilson in his Captain America outfit, and it's perfect. The moment that happened, I was like, yes! I screamed. I was like, that looks awesome. That looks awesome. And all that. And how they make make Sam as Captain America's badass and is worthy of the Captain America name. It's the stuff doing with I want to say Falcon, but the stuff doing with Sam, him as Captain America, they handled that pretty well. A nice, good chase, like Bucky and Sarah Carter and John Walker doing their thing and fight, finish the Flag Smashers. But after the weird editing side of it, the other half is fantastic. Like Sam's speech at halfway, I'm paraphrasing, and to know what scene I'm talking about, it's that scene when he says, I know people are staring at me. I can feel it. No, I don't have a super soul serum. I'm not blonde. I don't have blue eyes. But I know one thing, that we can do better. And it is kind of true. In a way, him talking about, for once, everyone had experienced this one event. And that was the snap. It was the blimp. It was people getting dusted, and for 5 years, people were not gone. People were gone. And so everyone had the impact. Everybody felt something. And it kind of does feel a bit of a parallel to everyone felt a pandemic. Everyone, in one way or another, some worse than others, Some are just like, oh, fuck, they just want to get out of the house, and some people are, worried about losing jobs. Some people are, worried about paying their mortgage and all kind of stuff. But in a way, we all have a sense of impact with the pandemic. So it's a nice parallel. If you compare the snap to COVID, it kind of works in that sense of it. But I wasn't preparing quiet time. I wasn't waiting for quiet time. I not only hit spoilers, but I was like the feels. I was like the last couple of minutes. I was like I wasn't expected to have Misty Eye at the end. I wasn't expecting that. But this episode was good. It was fine. I think the Thunderbolt theory is pretty feels very linked. How certain things end and stuff doing with what we assume is Madam Hydra, right? Turns out her character was meant to be introduced not last week episode, but with Black Widow. So because of dates moving around and all that, so we'll probably get a little idea who she is maybe in Black Widow, but it feels like maybe it's Sword, maybe it's Thunderbolts. We don't know what's the big Avengers team up link moment. We don't know. Is it Secret Invasion? Is it more of that? I completely have no idea. But yeah, this episode was good. The show was good. Some great episodes, some okay episodes, some good. So it was kind of, it was a good time. Marvel, the great thing about Marvel is even their worst stuff, at worst their stuff are good or okay. There's never that big old stinker, and maybe a couple, maybe Thor, like, well, for some people maybe Iron Man 2, but there hasn't been, they never really drop fully on the board. They always get that dart and it always hits slightly on that bullseye, and that's Falcon as a Soldier. I didn't love it as much as WandaVision, but it was still a really good it was a pretty well done 6-part episode of Captain America and the Winter Soldier.